Donald Trump has suffered a major loss, and we've taken one giant step towards seeing Donald Trump's tax returns. And Donald Trump is furious, and he has been ordered to turn over 8 years of his and his company's tax returns. And I'll explain the entire trajectory to you. I've told you before, the Manhattan District Attorney is investigating Donald Trump's company for criminality and requested a bunch of personal and corporate tax returns. Trump immediately sued to stop the release of those taxes. A federal judge has now dismissed the lawsuit, meaning that unless Donald Trump can come up with some new reason to block the release of those returns to the Manhattan DA, he is going to have to provide them. Or will he, right? Because what I mean is the consequences for Trump so far for just not doing what he's told when it comes to providing documents have been zero. But it is a step in the right direction. The argument that Donald Trump made to prevent the release of these tax returns was that as president, he is immune not just from criminal prosecution, which of course he believes, but that's a broader question, but that he is immune also from even being criminally investigated, period. Now, Judge Victor Marrero, Hispanic guy, Trump might lose it. Anyway, Judge Victor Marrero says that that's not going to fly, rejected the argument altogether, and says Trump's got to provide the tax returns. And in the immediate hours that followed, Donald Trump's lawyers appealed it, and the U.S. Circuit Court has granted Donald Trump a stay, saying, okay, if you're appealing it, we will delay forcing Trump to provide those tax returns. But this is now one bullet that's been fired by Trump, and the bullet has missed. Trump, of course, furious, blaming radical left Democrats on Twitter, saying, quote, the radical left Democrats, capital R, capital L, naturally, have failed on all fronts. So now they are pushing local New York City and state Democrat prosecutors to go get President Trump. A thing like this has never happened to any president before, not even close. So what's going to happen here? I'm going to give you like the realist assessment of what I think is going to go down. I believe that Donald Trump will use every single option that he can. He will exhaust every crazy notion to avoid having to provide these tax returns. And meanwhile, he will further the witch hunt narrative like he did on Russia, like he's doing on Ukraine. There's a good chance, it's not 100%, but there's a good chance that at some point a judge will say, listen, legally, you've got to provide your tax returns to investigators. They will then put out, just like the Barr letter, just like the truncated memo about the Ukraine phone call, they will put out some completely edited tax returns that he will claim are complete records. And then investigators and Democrats will correctly say, no, but this is BS. These are completely incomplete. And then Trump will say, look, I finally give them to you and you still don't like them. And before you know it, it'll be the 2020 election and Donald Trump will win re-election. That's a combination of realistic and sort of cynical assessment, which I do happen to think is actually the most likely assessment of what's going to go on here. And in the end, we will get back to what is in Trump's taxes that he has so desperately and for so many years fought tooth and nail to prevent their release. And the answer is several things. Speculation. But if we wonder, given what we know about Trump, given what we know about Trump's ego, given what we know about Trump's shady business connections, to use a very light term that is probably too understated, we could learn from Trump's taxes that he is not nearly as wealthy as he claims. We could learn from Trump's taxes, I mean, it's almost guaranteed, that he inflates the values of assets to get loans and that those assets actually aren't worth that much. And on the taxes, he may even understate the values of those assets. We may learn the names of the shell companies and all sorts of forensic accounting leads for more things to look into. We could learn about various types of fraud because what is on Trump's taxes may not be in line with other financial disclosures and loan applications and things that Donald Trump has previously disclosed. There are many possibilities here, but let me say this, because apparently this is totally legal and totally cool to say now. Kurdish hackers, if you're listening, Icelandic hackers, whoever, if you're listening, if you were to find Donald Trump's taxes, I believe the media would greatly reward you. Trump said it about Hillary's emails to Russia. Can't be anything wrong with me saying it to Kurdish hackers and Icelandic hackers about Donald Trump's taxes. Just saying, I'm guessing the media would greatly reward you.